Hi guys, in this video I'm going to unbox and review Acer Aspire 7 laptop, and I will also show you what you can upgrade in this laptop. This particular variant comes with i5 9300H and GTX 1650 with fingerprint scanner. We also have other variants in this model with different processors and 1650 Ti without fingerprint scanner. Its MRP on the box is 80,000 rupees, but I got it for 54,000 from Flipkart. Now let's start the unboxing. Now let's see a quick overview of this laptop. On the top and below the screen we have Acer logos. On the hinge we have Aspire logo. Now let's check the ports. On the left side we have Kensington lock slot, Gigabit Ethernet port, HDMI, Type-C and two USB 3.2 ports. And on the right 3.5mm jack, USB 2.0, power LED, charging LED and charging port. The front we have this 15.6 inch Full HD IPS display with 60Hz refresh rate. The screen can be tilted up to 180 degrees. And we have this full size backlight keyboard with number pad. Below the keyboard we have this touchpad with fingerprint scanner. On top of the screen we have the 0.9MP camera, two microphones and a LED indicator. On the bottom we have this air vents. We can see copper pipes and cooling fans through it. And on bottom corners we have the stereo speakers. And on the bottom side it has dotted texture to it. This is the charger provided in the box. It is in two parts. One is adapter and other is power cord. Let's see what are the components in this laptop. On the processor, it has 2.4 GHz Intel Core i5 processor, which is 9th generation, with 4 cores and 8 threads. On the memory, it has 8 GB 2666 MHz DDR4 single stick RAM, which can be expandable up to 32 GB. But it shows 16 GB here because I have added extra 8 GB stick to it. On the disk, it has Kingston 512 GB NVMe SSD. You can expand the storage up to 1 TB, but as there is no other expansion slots available on the board, you can only replace the existing SSD with higher capacity up to 1 TB. On the Wi-Fi, it has Intel Wi-Fi 6 card. It supports 2.4 and 5 GHz networks with maximum speed of 2.4 Gbps. And this could also have integrated Bluetooth chip in it, which is Bluetooth version 5.1. On the GPU, we have this UHD 630 graphics, which comes with the processor. It uses up to half of the system RAM depending on the usage. Because I have 16 GB of memory, it can use up to 8 GB when it's needed. Except when you are playing games or doing high graphic intensive tasks, this GPU will be used all the time to save the battery. On the GPU one, we have this NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 dedicated graphics, which has 4 GB of GDDR6 RAM. You can find the same laptop with 1650 Ti graphic card, which will give you around 10% better frame rates in games. Now let's check the review of this laptop. This is one of the best laptops in the market when you compare price to performance. For this price, we get starting range gaming laptops, but most people prefer thin laptops with integrated graphics because of the odd looks of the gaming laptops, which looks odd and not convenient for taking it to the office. But that's not a problem with this laptop. It looks decent and it can give you decent gaming performance. It can play most of the games in 50 to 60 FPS in 1080p high to ultra settings. As Aspire series is not a gaming series, this laptop is just a business laptop with a decent GPU. It doesn't come with good storage options and it doesn't have a durable keyboard for gaming. If you want to purchase this laptop for gaming, external keyboard is definitely recommended. It has 81.61% screen to body ratio because of the narrow bezels. Viewing angles are good. You won't notice any color shifts in the display in regular day-to-day usage. This display produces very good colors, which is perfect for media consumption and also ideal for video editing. This is the video sample from the laptop camera in well-lit condition. It has 0.9 megapixel camera and it can record 720p videos in 30 fps. It's not that great, but it will be okay for video chats. Now let's check the booting speed of this laptop. It is almost 7 seconds, but it is also depends on the startup programs in your laptop. Fingerprint scanner is fast and responsive. These are the air vents which blows hot air while gaming, but it is normal as it has a dedicated GPU. It is better to use a laptop cooler or stand underneath the laptop for air intake from the bottom. The screen part is thin and light. It wobbles while typing and even with fan air. The charger provided in the box is 134.9 watts. It can charge the laptop in 2.5 hours. Even though it has Type-C port, it doesn't support charging to it like other laptops in the market. It would be a great option. So instead of carrying this bulky charger everywhere, we can use our mobile chargers. But sadly, there is no option here. In this laptop, I am getting 3.5 to 4 hours of battery backup for normal usage, and while gaming, around 45 minutes. Now let's see what are the upgrade options for this laptop. First, we will see what it will cost for expanding RAM to 16 GB. We have three options here. First one, give it to the Acer authorized service center. They will charge 8K for 8 GB stick and installation. Second option is buy the RAM yourself. It will cost you around 3K for 8 GB stick and take it to the service center. They will charge you 750 rupees for the installation. It total costs you around 4K. Third option is to buy and install it yourself. It will cost around 3K. But the problem is you need to break the seal to remove the screw underneath the seal. It will void the warranty. I chose option 3. Let's see what's inside this laptop. To disassemble the laptop, you need Phillips screwdriver and a spudger tool. First, we need to remove these 13 screws from the bottom of the laptop. After that, we should insert the tip of the spudger tool from the corner and slowly slide it to the sides while gently pulling upside. This will release the locks and back panel will get separated. We have to be extremely careful with this step. We should not apply too much force, and also we should not insert the spudger too deep that will break the body, or it can even damage the internal components. This is how it looks in the inside. Now let's see the storage options. There is only one M.2 slot in this motherboard, and that is filled with 512GB SSD. If you want to expand the storage, the only option is to swap the SSD with higher capacity one. And it has two RAM slots. One is pre-installed with Hynix 8GB stick and other one is empty. Now we are going to install this 8GB stick, which is same brand and with similar specs. I bought it for 2700 rupees in an offline store. For installing the RAM, first we need to align the notch with the slot and insert it. If done correctly, all the pins will be covered in this plastic. Now with the thumbs on both sides, we need to push it gently, and that's it. RAM is installed. In a similar way, in case if you want to remove, with the thumb, press and pull metal pins away from the RAM. Here you can see 16,384 MB. We have successfully installed our RAM. Now we will just reboot it. Now here you can see, before it was 8GB running in single channel. Now it is 16GB running in dual channel. Finally, if you have upgraded your laptop with 1TB SSD, the best way to use the old SSD is to make it as external drive. It will be super fast and super portable. For that, you need to buy this NVMe SSD enclosure. It is around 1400 rupees with shipping from AliExpress or in any other site, but be sure to check it is M-Key compatible. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.